Hey, good afternoon, Jonathan.
Hi, James.
Hey, good to see you again.
Good to hear you.
Last week, thank you for accompanying me to actually do the customer visit.
Yep.
It was actually a very good meeting we had. Customers talking about
Agreed, yeah.
everybody crowd, and that's why I wanted to follow up with you again. To see how we could further expand on this topic, and obviously to check with you how we can collaborate better, and hopefully we can convince you to actually consider putting our Citrix ADC into one of the product portfolio and really position the goodness around what we can do for customers who are embarking on this hybrid multi-cloud strategy.
Okay.
So, just to share with you some of the market statistics that we actually have from IDC. Now, you will pretty much agree with me, I hope so, all right, that a lot of customers today are no longer just looking on, on-prem infrastructure. That's just so yesterday, right? Now, more and more customers are started to actually look at moving their workloads to cloud, but at the same time, they're also taking a step back by being cautious. Now, so far from what I've personally experienced, I don't think we have a lot of customers they are actually doing the big bang by shifting 100% of the workloads to the cloud yet. So from what we have observed in the market today, right, majority of the customers are still pretty much taking a hybrid approach.
Right.
They'll probably keeping some of the workloads on-prem and then having some of the workloads in the cloud. But here's the pain point, right? Most customers today, right, actually do not want to have a cloud vendor lock-in, whereby to say now if they were to move workloads to Azure, and time to come, they want to actually shift to AWS, for example. They want to make sure that whatever they have invested is going to be agile, portable, and things like that. There's no strictly relearn of technology. So portability is obviously one very key criteria. And if you can see from IDC, right, 81% of the enterprises already have a hybrid multi-cloud strategy. Okay, and in fact, out of those, right, 62% of the public cloud users are already at more than 2 environments, right? Be it multi-cloud or be it on-prem and also multiple clouds. So obviously this is a big market for us, for you to actually go after, and hopefully we can actually partner together on this journey. Now my short meeting with you today obviously is also trying to convince you to go with Citrix, because obviously we're not the only player, right, in the ADC market. Now, one of the unique selling point for Citrix, right, is this, right? Now, Citrix ADC is pretty much a software-focused vendor, meaning to say our single API and single code, right, allow us to run our ADC across all multiple types of platforms. Okay. Now it's really up to the customer to actually choose for their business. Okay. For example, if they were to go with any of the private cloud, they can actually go with our virtual appliance format. We actually have a VPX appliance that they can actually run on these private cloud. Now, if they were to embark on public cloud, like be it AWS, GCP, right, or Azure, right, they can also use the same VPX, right, the same firmware, the same API, the same code that runs on these public cloud as well. Now, if that is not satisfying for them, and if they are actually looking into containers, microservices, like Kubernetes, for example, the good news is and again, I'm going to stress this is really a very big differentiator in the market today for us. We can also run our ADC workloads in the form of microservices, right? We have a CPX platform that can actually run in the form of containers, actually load this in any of the cloud today, right? Now, you can see on the right-hand side, we also have a lot of other varieties. Now, if the customers chooses to run on bare metal, we have the VRX platform. All right, and obviously the last two are the more traditional hardware, single tenant, and the multi-tenant hardware platform. Now, as you can see, right, Citrix, right, ADC have a big advantage here, because now the customers is able to run the single API and the single code across all the different platforms, right? But the good news is, right, having the portability and flexibility to port across various platforms is important. But very importantly, it's also the scalability. Now, if you look at this slide, right, and you might be laughing at me and say, "Hey, James, I thought I've seen this slide, a couple of years ago. Why are you still showing me this slide?" Okay. Here's the thing, Jonathan. We have launched what we call the tri-scale technology more than 5 years ago. All right. And the tri-scale today is still a very good story to tell. In fact, of all my customers who actually look at this slide, they want it. Now, what exactly is tri-scale? It basically means pay as you grow. okay, if you were to start from a certain capacity, you will be able to scale, right, to any amount of capacity based on the capacity limitation of the different models, right? So meaning to say, you minimize changes on hardware, okay? So TriScale is a very good story to show. Unfortunately, our closest competitor out there, I can't name the brand name, all right, doesn't really have this, right? But again, that is not the best, right? Now today we're talking about pool capacity licensing. With pool licensing, right, the customer is able to deploy the workloads in multiple clouds as well as on-prem, and then subscribe to a combined pool of capacity. And from then on, it allows them to allocate capacity on the fly, okay, as and when demand requires.
So you're saying that this licensing model is only available with Citrix and not with your competitors?
Okay, a very good question out there. Now, the big differentiator today is, I can't really name the brand name because it's not really polite to name the vendors. Now, so what happened here is right now, they probably try to copycat us and have something very similar, but it's like a take it all or not kind of a licensing option for the customer. Right, for us, you can actually slice and dice the capacity up to per Gbps for the hardware, or even up to 10 Mbps for the virtual appliances, making it very flexible. Now imagine if you have multiple data centers spread across the world, right? I don't know, you may have hundreds of instances. You can actually subscribe, pools of consolidated capacity, and then distribute all the capacities as and when, right, you require. Okay, so this is really a game changer for the industry today. And this is just icing on the cake, right? Because if you look at that, right, the bigger picture is, wow, James, I love what you tell me, flexibility, scalability, portability, but there's some tool, right, in order to manage all my investments, user behavior, application performance, because all these are obviously very important to the users, to the management, and to the team that's managing the infrastructure. We have application delivery management, or the ADM. There's actually a unified management console that can actually collect all the various analytics right out there, be it on-prem, be it in the cloud, and present a consolidated dashboard. With the same ADM console, okay, you'll be able to monitor, as you can see, right, there will be application scores that we can actually keep track, okay, on the fly. You'll be able to getting security alerts, right, and also be able to flag out, which are the applications that's in trouble. For example, those that are in red, okay, and this is obviously a very important tool. Okay,
how customizable is this, by the way?
Right, great question. This allows the customers to actually be able to, we can actually do customization of reports and things like that, right, okay. And fully flexible. Okay. Alright, so in summary, what I've just shared with you is basically a very good strategy, or a HMC strategy that hopefully you can actually consider and partner with us to actually go after the hybrid multi-cloud market. And obviously, if you ask me seriously, James, what is the game changer here? I will say pool capacity is obviously a very big differentiator. If you look at the competition here, right, because this is really something very unique. Technology tool for us, and you can actually use this piece, right, as a very good opening conversation with a lot of senior executives, right, with the customers, and hopefully together we can actually cover more ground and convert more leads to the deals.
Okay, sounds good, James. I think you sold me, so I think we'll be more than happy to partner with you guys.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, now beer time.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.